Let's take a song and take it from the beginner level to the advanced and see what happens on the fretboard and how it affects the guitar part. Let's use an example of Steady As She Goes by the Raconteurs. So, first off, a little background about this song. This is the first single from the Raconteurs in 2006. This was their debut single, really awesome song. A great lesson for a beginner if I thought somebody wanted to get bar chords going at the beginner level. This would be a perfect candidate. Now, another reason this is good for the beginner level is because it teaches us how to mute. We basically, at the very intro, we want to, well, after the riff, which I'll talk about in a second, we want to know that when I play this chord, we need to lift and mute, and it actually makes our job easier because it gives us more time to go to the next chord. So if I play B minor, great chord to know, I lift the fingers, which mutes the sound, I move up to an F sharp. So we really don't need to do anything else, I just want to play the song. And then all of a sudden, that part never comes back again, lucky us, but we have to syncopate the second and fourth chords. So now we go like that. But we're still strumming down once on each chord and muting after, okay? So, just right there, you know, that will teach a beginner basic rhythm and bar chords. I rushed that, E. Here we go. Now, the riff, also very great. Lesson for a beginner. Teaches us vibrato. We kind of want to wiggle the string. And just, if you know, there's a whole lesson you can take on vibrato where we really focus on the tone and the accuracy of the vibrato. But for now, just a basic wiggle is sufficient. Now, I might be playing this song for a while, and I'm progressing through the beginner stages, and I say, this part really depends on the bass line. Not depends on it, but interacts with it is a better word. The guitar part is brilliantly built into the structure of the band. It's produced very well. The guitar part and bass player are sort of having a conversation, right? Well, we could throw those parts together. Again, not better, just a different approach. And at a certain point, you know, you want to decide if an advanced part is taken away from the groove, maybe you put it aside for a second as well. So let's say I want to put the bass line in, because it's so cool to see how those two parts interact. And I first need to isolate it. So it's 2, 2, 2 on the E string. Then back to 2. But I'm going to modify this bass line and do F sharp twice. B, because it fits with the chords better. B, F sharp, A, E, F sharp. All right. Now I throw those together. We're going to do bass. See? So I'm going, if I break it down a little more slowly, it would be bass, chord, bass, bass, chord, bass, bass, chord, bass, bass, chord, bass. Kind of a tongue twister. Okay, so this is just the intermediate. Let's get through the chorus, then we'll go through the advanced. I think you'll enjoy it. It's sort of a different way to look at a song. All right, so the chorus is, no matter for beginner or advanced, is down, down, and up for each chord. And the bass line is just going with the guitar, so they're in sync. And after you do that, that's just the first chorus by itself. Then you can go back to the verse, either that or this. Right, both are great. So for the second chorus, actually, it extends. So after this, twice. Then we go to G, and you can go to the bar chord. To major, B major. You can also play it open. No problem. A. Second time though, we do go to E. Alright, so that's the chorus. Now we say, how do we make this more advanced? Well, there's one thing we haven't done yet, which is the melody. So if I played the melody just by itself, it would look something like this. Alright, and then the chorus, steady as she goes, kind of hangs there. Steady as she goes, right? And then either it stops there, the first chorus, or the second chorus, it would go on. Right? And then that phrase repeats. So, as steady as she goes. All right, so that's great. I play the melody, which is a great thing to do just by itself. Maybe play it fretted as well and try it out wherever you can. But now we say that's a good spot for the chords. So if I think I want to now play the melody with the chords, this is the advanced part. This is where, I'll throw this tab up at the Patreon and you can check this out. I'll just have the beginner and intermediate as well. So I'm going to give it a shot and I'm going to warm up with the chords and bass, then put the melody in and try to keep the chords and bass going to the best of my ability. Let's see. 3, 4. Right? So the point is, it doesn't make the part more accurate or correct. In fact, I'm actually pulling away from the true guitar part of the song. What I'm doing is I'm having a good time playing the song at any level I choose, whether it's this, which I'm loving, or, sort of throwing in all sorts of acrobatics, which don't necessarily honestly make it more enjoyable. Sometimes it makes it like a little stressful, but it's exciting, it's fun, it's interesting, it's new. I could go on, but it's several things at once, right? And it's just something where I'm exploring the song. I'm letting the song show me all the parts and how they work and teach me about, the inner workings of the chords and the melodies and whatever else, the key signature, etc. So this is a great way to also study music, is to just dive into the song. And again, what I might do is I might make this my practice routine where I go more and more advanced, and then I'm all of a sudden, on the couch with some friends or family, whatever, and I might just play the beginner version. So I might just go, because we're all hanging out, what am I going to do? Stress myself out with some parts that are kind of above my level. So there's some cautionary words. But that being said, I've sort of made the case for taking a song, putting it all the way through the ringer of adding all the complexity, try to, juggle a few parts at the same time. And that's it. The song is those two sections back and forth, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. The solos they take when they're playing live are over basically the verse. This song is actually a lot of fun to solo over. Let's say you take a looper and you loop the rhythm part, and you could practice your soloing over this. Now, you'd get away fine with B minor, pentatonic-ish, or even B minor Aeolian if you want to play all 7 notes, which I recommend doing as well. And you kind of want to address the changes. So after you do that at the beginner level, you notice that the F sharp takes us from B to A sharp, and then you throw that into your soloing. Then over the A, that note goes down a fret again to A, and look what it does in the E, it goes down another fret. So as a soloist, that would be the first thing I would think about as I'm about to take a solo. Maybe I'm in a cover band subbing, and it's the first time I've seen the song or played the song. Or I could just blues out and not even worry about the chords changing. So there's never a right answer for the entire song, right? You always kind of want to switch up strategies. Maybe I'll do B minor pentatonic, maybe I'll throw in arpeggios over each chord. So even soloing, it just never ends. I could say I've nailed the rhythm parts and the chords, but I may want to make it more advanced with the actual solos. So check out the full arrangement of all 3 levels on the Patreon. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon and the thumbs up. Leave a comment. I'm here in my new home studio and my home in Petaluma, California, and just moved back a month ago to my old hometown here, working at the junior college in Santa Rosa. So having a great time. Happy to have things set up and kind of still figuring it out, but it's coming along. So I hope you're doing well. Remember to have fun when you practice. It's so important and can't be overstressed. And I hope you have a good one. Bye.